Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be talking about one of the famous short story by Kushwant Singh named The Portrait of a Lady. So yeah, without any further delay, let's start the video. As we all know that Kushwant Singh was one of the famous Indian author and he was also a lawyer and journalist. One of his famous work was Train to Pakistan. The Portrait of a Lady is one of the short stories of Kushwant Singh where the theme of innocence, friendship between grandmother and grandson, kindness, selflessness and acceptance is seen. In the starting of the story, we see that Kushwant Singh describes about his grandmother like everybody's grandmother. His grandmother too was an old woman. The writer Kushwant Singh he says that she had been old and wrinkled for 20 years from the day he knew her. People used to say that her grandmother was once young and pretty and also had a husband, but it was hard to believe. In this story, apart from grandmother and grandson, we are made familiar with the portrait of grandfather which was hung in the living room. In this short story, we see that the description of grandfather is given. The author says that his grandfather used to wear a big turban and loose fitting clothes. His long white beard covered the best part of his chest, and he looked at least 100 years old. He did not look as the person who would have wife and children. He looked as if he could only have lots of grandchildren. In this short story, we see that grandmother used to describe the games which she used to play as a child. The writer says that his grandmother was always been short, fat, and slightly bent. Her face was full of wrinkles running from one side to another side of the face. She was so old that she couldn't have grown older, and it has been 20 years, but still she is the same. She used to always recite prayers with the beads which was seen in the hand. Kushwant Singh compares grandmother with the winter landscape in the mountains, an expanse of pure white scenery breathing peace and contentment. Both of them were good friends, as the grandson was left with his grandmother by his parents when they left for city life. City life. Both of them were left together in the village for some days. Grandmother used to wake up him in the morning and get ready for school. The grandfather used to sing prayer while bathing, and she used to hope that her grandson will learn it by heart. Though the grandson loved his grandmother's voice, but he never bothered to learn the prayers by heart. Grandmother used to fetch the wooden stele which she had already washed and plastered with yellow chalk. She used to tie a tiny earthen ink pot and a red pen and hand it to the grandson. Both of them, after having breakfast, they used to go to school. Grandmother used to carry stale chapatis for the village dogs, and grandson was always accompanied to school by his grandmother. As the temple was attached to the school, the priest used to teach them alphabet and also the morning. At the time of their return back to home, the village dogs used to meet them at the temple door. The dog used to follow them till their home, growling and fighting with each other for the chapatis they threw for them. Later, both of them were asked to come to city, which was a turning point for their friendship. Even in the city, they used to share same room, but grandmother no longer came to school with her grandson. The grandson used to go to English school in a motor bus. There was a vast difference in the village life and in the city life. There were no dogs in the street in the cities in the city for which the grandmother started. feeding sparrows in the courtyard of their house. They used to see each other less. Sometimes grandmother used to wake him up and get him ready for school. When he used to come back, grandmother used to ask him about the class and learning in the school, at which he used to tell her grandmother about English words and things of Western science and learning. After which she used to get upset, unhappy, because she was totally against of the Western teaching. She could not help him in the studies. She did not believe in the teaching of English school and was worried that there were no teaching of God and scriptures. She was totally against the English school. And when the grandson started to go to university, he was given his own room. At that moment, even the common link of friendship was snapped. She accepted her seclusion with resignation. She rarely left her spinning wheel to talk to anyone. From sunrise to sunset, she was seen by her spinning wheel and reciting prayers. Only in the afternoon, she relaxed for a while to feed the sparrows. The grandson decided to go abroad for further studies for 5 years. He thought his grandmother would be sad by the news, but he was wrong because she came to leave him at railway station. But at that moment, she did not show any kind of emotion. She was busy in prayers with the beads. She kissed the forehead of her grandson before departure. When the grandson came back, he was surprised to see his grandmother, who was still the same when he left her. Even on the first day of his arrival, grandmother happiest moment were seen with her sparrows. But in the evening, a change came over her. She did not pray. She collected the women of the neighborhood, got an old drum, and started to sing for the homecoming of warriors. It was for the first time that she did not pray. Next morning she was ill. Doctor told them that it was a mild fever and it would go. But the grandmother told them that her end was near. She said only a few hours are left and need to pray, and asked everyone to leave as she could not waste more time talking to them. They protested, but she ignored. She lay peacefully in bed, praying and telling her beads. Suddenly, her lips stopped moving and rosary fell from her fingers. She was dead. They lifted her off the bed and laid her on the ground and covered her with a red shroud. Everything was sent. Everything was set for the funeral. In the evening, they went to the room with a crude stretcher to take her to be. In the veranda, thousands of sparrows sat scattered on the floor. They were not creeping. Grandson's mother gave some breadcrumbs the way grandmother used to give them, but the sparrow took no notice. And then the grandmother's corpse was taken. They too flew away. And the next morning, the sweeper swept away the breadcrumbs into the dustbin. Thank you guys for watching the video, and please do like, share and subscribe my channel if you like the video. And I am totally sorry for the background noise.